Okay, so welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look on, is social media a real problem, or we are just actually trying to hide the actual problem and dumping everything to something that is just not the actual case scenario or actual problem that is actually stopping you. So if social media was actually a real problem, then we probably would be there are many people still on there that who are not on social media. So if they're not there, we would be seeing more and more success stories, right? Then why aren't we seeing at all? The thing is that be you are on social media or not, it doesn't make any sense to your success graph. It doesn't equate or neither degrades your success at all. The real problem is hard work. If you put in the hard work, then only you can expect success. Or if you cannot expect success without actually putting in the hard work. Be it even if you're not on social media, let's be real. Social media is not actually stopping you from making success. It is just that you have to use it wisely and in time limits. If let's say suppose a person is having a fear of doing a project or something or deadline, or suppose doing a math problem, he is having the core problem as the fear. And why he scrolls is because he is trying to actually escape that problem and not face or confront that problem probably, right? That's why social media actually becomes the easiest hatch, or say the easiest route to escape that problem. But actually, if you suppose delete social media or remove social media matlab, fully, you'll find something else distracting or something else that will actually help you to actually escape that problem, that math problem or any project that you're actually stuck at. So probably you would actually play with your pen, fidget your pen like we used to do with pens, right? And probably something else, or you will doodle or sketch like as probably till now famous too, right? You would be seeing many people who actually doodle on the back of of their notebooks when they're actually in a lecture or so, or they're not understanding something, right? So your brain will actually find the best possible alternative to not do that work, even though social media is not available right there. Social media is just the easiest thing, and your brain will find the next easiest thing after social media. Probably again, as I said, it would be doodling, or it will be fidgeting with the pen or any stationary product that you have. And that's it. You will be again distracted, you will be again, you're not able to do work. But the thing is that most people actually don't accept that fact, because currently social media is the newest thing in 21st century, and it is drawing the greatest attention, and it is the most revolutionary and yet the best thing that has happened to humanity, because you can actually put and post knowledgeable content on it that will actually help, and you can showcase your creativity, reach people, you can find more great people if you try to, and don't get barriered by views. Then probably you'll find many great people over there who are building some great stuff like software or anything right there. So social media is just a small little hurdle right there. So yes, if social media is not there, you'll find the best possible way out of not doing that specific work. So probably it is more or less that you're not probably lazy, but actually you are afraid of the work. So that's the real problem. So the real thing is that you actually don't have to leave social media. You have to limit the time. You have to probably limit it to 25 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever works for you. And maybe just to use social media at the time you're really free. When you don't have any work to do at your hand, and maybe you can do anything, right? You can be on social media or do any single thing. You can even go to gym, and then after that even be on social media. There's no problem, right? Now most people say that social media is cheap dopamine, and you should actually track or like go for the real dopamine. But actually there's no cheap or real dopamine. Your brain doesn't actually distinguish between dopamine, like okay, this is the cheapest one or this is the real one. It is just that we have tagged it because people have got overwhelmed by social media, using it 10 hours a day. Obviously, using social media 10 or 5 hours a day or even 1 hour a day is gonna probably hurt your brain a lot if you don't do it in limit. If suppose we take it like when you were a child and you used to watch a lot of TV for a long time, you would feel a certain overwhelmed feeling, right? That you should actually stop watching now, you should do something else, right? Or probably when you actually study for long periods of time constantly, you feel that no, nah, I'm done now. And that's the real thing. You cannot actually do any particular thing for longer periods of time, be it be social media, be it be studying, be it be even playing or anything. It will give you that instant dopamine for the first time because you are doing it for the first time in a long period of time. There's a kind of novelty to it, so that's why you are getting instant dopamine from it. But after that, it will again, if you do it repeatedly, it will go to that same level. Social media is actually very very powerful and the best possible thing that has happened to 21st century. It is the single most powerful tool because you can actually share your knowledge, your content, your creativity and many other things. Instead of treating social media that we have to actually curb it or actually destroy it or like remove it, we should actually think of it like a great place to connect, a great place to share knowledge, a great place for entertainment and real entertainment, right? And probably it will be the best thing possible. Now somebody can watch say and watch DTH. Now if somebody doesn't want to set up DTH or don't want to buy a TV, then why, right? You have the best possible tool at your hands, you have best possible internet connection, you have best possible processing power, but if we are not actually trying to use it properly, we can actually chase better things like, again as I said, knowledge or anything on social media, and actually it will give us a lot of value and a lot of um, knowledge too. Maybe not knowledge but information. People actually differentiate between knowledge and information. That knowledge is a deep thing and information is just knowing that fact and not a deep thing, right? So we are actually trying to just overcomplicate simple things, right? Once you have actually seen something, you cannot go back from it. If we have invented social media, probably we cannot go back from it now, and there is no sense of actually going back from it. It actually serves a great purpose if we see. And the thing is that we have actually created a guilt trap that if you scroll or if you do something, like if you're not working, you are probably in a very big guilt trap, right? You think that you have ruined everything, but the thing is that we have not. We have just overcomplicated and trained our brain to actually just push ourselves into a guilt trap, and it just happens that you do something that is not work, probably anything, and then you get into a guilt trap. Then you think and you like think, oh, what have I done? And you think that I'll fix next time, and actually next time never comes. Instead of that, you can actually treat it like, okay, I also need break, I also need to balance things. I cannot work for 24 hours straight without burnout. And the thing is that nobody can actually work for straight 24 hours also, right? There's a limit, as I said. And probably that's the biggest thing. I think that we have actually thought ourselves that if we are not opening a business, if we are not founding a business, we are probably lazy or we are not doing anything in our lives. And probably a person or a peer who's actually building a business or doing something or any single thing or scaling up, he's probably, or he or she is probably better than us, regardless of what we are doing. We actually don't recognize our achievements even if it is small, and we just try to push ourselves on guilt trap. And we have actually made things a little more complicated even in every regards, that we think that we don't need break or anything from anything like work or anything. And if we take a break, we are probably not working at all. Even if we work 2 or 4 hours a day properly and we took a 1 hour break or 2 hours break, we think that we have not done anything, and like log kya kahenge, and like people will be like, you have not done anything. And we have also been too judgmental on others, like what people do, and we even don't actually know about that person fully. Still we actually judge that person fully, that okay, he's not doing any work or so. But the actual thing is that if somebody has worked 9 to 5 or anything, probably that person doesn't has to actually scale up It's okay, everybody has different teams, and we have just wired ourselves to thinking that if we are not scaling up, if we are not founding a business, we are just useless. So that's it for the video. Definitely comment, like, and the I know some script issues are there, and probably I'm gonna fix it. It's been a long video. Stay tuned. Bye.